And it's Sharks taking on Boom Esports here in this grand final for the South American division of ESL Pro League.
Yes, ESL Pro League Season 12 coming to a head right here, right now. Tell your friends, tell your mama, your brother, your sister, your papa, tell everybody you know. Get them in here, because we'd love to say hello. Also, you can say hello to us and potentially your friends as well via the fan cams, esl.gg/fan cams. Now, we got all the formalities out of the way. Let's get into a pistol round. Looks like a lot of presence over here towards A to start things. And that's not surprising considering A is a popular tourist destination, even a popular terrorist destination.
Yeah, maybe too popular. Boom, they want nothing to do with it this time. They run up A, they make the noise. Sharks fall back into a three-man setup, and then Boom leave. This is what a lot of what they were doing against Havan yesterday, right? Setting up on A, getting a kill, rotating the bomb into an empty B bomb site, and now Sharks at least haven't fallen for it. There's still a player here. Smokes are getting lined up. Flash for Yell. It's Exit on his own, fully blind. Boom already in, but great shot for Suplex to start.
Oh, Exit in with another, and now they realize there's more than just one here. Exit does run out of ammo, but he's still fighting. How's he still going? No one was able to find him, and it's a 5v1 for Shuz. It's not going to happen, is it? Sharks, they lock in that pistol round, and it's just Suplex and Exit getting it done. Now, I spoke about how this Sharks squad was back at that Pro League Finals for Season 11. Obviously, that was without Suplex. That was with Myern in the mix. We all remember that promising Argentinian fellow. Went on to join MIBR and had a pretty short-lived career there, sadly.
Yeah, as most
right?
do.
Yeah,
as MIBR did.
That's the thing, man. I think Myern was like one of the best-looking fifths that they'd bought in, which was such a shame to see. However, what I will say is that Suplex, you know, while he doesn't have that same like grand finals kind of tenure up against some teams like this, he has shown to be a really good player. And Exit has spoke very, very highly of him in a lot of these interviews. Over here in mid, Exit has completely annihilated this 4-spy for Boom. And it's only Shuz left, armed with a Deagle and a 1v5 again to find.
And I'm so glad I picked Sharks. Coming into this one.
Of course, pistol round now. That's about how we do things. Bomb is down, and whelp. Sharks just hang out, as the Shark does. Do, 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 do.
Yeah, what's cool for Sharks in this matchup is it's not like Boom are going to have a wealth or any depth of knowledge to know what Sharks are going to do on Vertigo. It's a map they've only played once to Keed. They lost that, funnily enough, but it was competitive.
Yeah, what's your take on, actually, Mohan, we'll give, there we go. Okay, so what's your take on this statement? I think that if Sharks pick up Vertigo, they win this grand final in 2 maps.
Who said that?
Ooh.
Hey, that's my take.
That's Harry Russell.
It's a strong statement. Dust 2 next? Yeah, hey, yeah, sure, why not? They've got 100% win rate on Dust 2. They've looked good. I'm just scared. I know what level Boom bring. That being said, Harry, I think if Boom lose this map pick, like, that's going to be an upset anyway. So, sure, it would probably mean Sharks are just outclassing them on every front. I don't know. It's a really hard one to know, considering the fact that they already won this matchup just days ago. Boom claim they can do better. And now they've got to prove it. Not in this round, though. Only pistols. Back to middle. Exit playing a lot more passive this time around. Boom boosting, but not going to find much off of this.
Oh, J&T and Lucan, they want their share of the action. They haven't really seen much. It's been Exit and Suplex doing the bulk of the damage so far. Lucan here locking down some of these mid kills. Now Bolts is still undetected. There's a Deagle on Cello creeping into this B site, and with that Deagle, that's going to open up a path to rotate for Bolts, but Cello's got to try and hold down these rotates, and with no armor, he can't. So Bolts hoping for a bomb plant here in a 1v3. That would be a victory in and of itself. And there is only one man inside of the B site to get past. Admittedly, there's a very, very fast rotation from Exit that could come through. Bolts has snuck on up. Hasn't seen the man at the back left, though, and that might be his undoing, as now he's spotted. And they just wait for the rotate. I will say, Lucan is definitely a man to keep an eye on, right? The only Argentinian to survive the skirmish that has been this playoff bracket. And he's been looking so damn good. Once again, he's someone else who Exit has spoken very, very highly of. saying saying that he thinks he could be like the best player on this team when he has the right moments, you know, when he's feeling it. He says his level is just unbelievable, and we've kind of seen glimmers of that right throughout the tournament so far. Yeah, this is definitely an exciting player to keep your eyes on.
This would be one hell of a time to bring that level, right? And Sharks look like they're doing it right now. Double orb into the first gun round. That is some confidence on this CT side. Lucan's going to be setting up a boost. Leo on his head. Can spot the short side. Obviously, you're very exposed here if someone comes up short, so Leo's going to take that and look towards it. Boomer taking their time on A. Waiting out the deep smokes, fearful of any boost, but do they know about this one? There's so many ways to get players up into unorthodox positions on this A site, and this is one of the many. Leo looking for something. And I like that he's checking the scaffolding on a timing to at least deny anyone pushing up on his right side. That molly comes down, though. Ooh, does it tick onto Sharks? Not yet. Could spread. There's the shot. Shiz is ready.
Yeah, and Yell's donning this off as well, which is reason to get excited. Phelps rushes into this A bomb site, doesn't want to go slow, and he set his teammates up well. That bomb plant's going to come on in.
They're going to dump a nade. It's just a little bit too late. The bomb has been planted. The number's just not there right now for Sharks. They might want to consider backing away. That seems to be the play. So Boom's going to pick up their first round of the grand finals.
Yeah, it's a little bit rough, right, to have the A site fall apart in that fashion. You try and run the boost, they deal with that second man very, very quickly. And before you've even got rotates there to trade these kills out, right, and give you a chance, the round's basically already over. It's a good show of restraint from Sharks, though, right? Not throwing everything into this one, but they do need to get away with these weapons. And J&T won't give away this AWP easily.
Yeah, double orb heavily playing into the save there, right? Sharks maybe would have considered going for something if they had more rifles, but expensive guns and not the best for the retakes. They'll get out alive. Good capitalization there for Phelps as well, going very aggressive into the site once they dropped the boost. He knew that player was trapped on short. Someone doing their yard
Somebody
work.
doing yard work right there. They were hoeing. That's what they were doing. Harry, you don't ever want to get caught hoeing.
Nah, man, not with the speed at which I can do it as well. Leo staring down the ramp here. I like it as well whenever people show up with like their babies in the camera, man. That's always cute. And I always think like there's maybe a future hope of Brazilian CS right there. Oh, we got a bit of trade work going on down at the ramp. And ultimately, Shiz able to win that out for the rest of Boom. Even them in a 4-on-5.
They're clearing sandbags. Sharks are yet to fully rotate. They're still taking their time, considering Boom could be deeper than they are. Lucan's coming elevator, exit in CT. They have Molotovs to stop the plant. See if they go for them. And it seems like that's the call for Sharks, right? Already very passive, not even fighting for the site. Simply just hoping to delay things and maybe even get a kill with a utility. There's a molly going in. It's one of two they have here, though. Lucan could line one up from elevator. Boom are going to wait that molly out. But honestly, like, even though this molly comes through, it's coming through very early, and that bomb plant can get cancelled. You see Cello get out of there just in time. And now there's no more Molotov on this A site. Suplex has come rotating. They did hear the tap of the bomb, so maybe he can throw his in for a third time. Keep stalling out this plant, but all you're doing is delaying the inevitable. Suplex set up with the AWP, does throw in the molly again. Boomer waiting it out.
They've had to do something here, and that is the play. Exit takes Cello out, who had the bomb on his back. It's dropped now in the site. 18 seconds left. Really strong hold here from Sharks. Just a little bit longer, though, do they have to hold on. They're going to go for the plant again while Yell covers with the AWP sandbags. I say that, they start to eliminate the threats. It's just exit. He knows there's an AWP trained on his position. He crosses over. Now he's got a little bit more wiggle room, but with the bomb planted in a 2v1, what's he going to do, Harry?
Yeah, this is not an easy spot to be in. He's looking to isolate these fights, and he deals with the first. Jump peek up. I think he sees Yell at the sandbags there, so now he knows where this AWP lies. He's hoping he can bait a peek by tapping the defuse. And there is his one chance. He doesn't land the shot, so now he is to be the one to pressure this AWP. Closing the gap, and Yell doing such a good job of wasting time. Wow. The master of it. There's not enough time for the defuse. The AWP can be retrieved at least.
Yeah, the X-ray usage there for Jakey really shows how difficult that is from Exit, right? Like, he doesn't get a chance. He doesn't get an angle. He doesn't even see the head of Yell when he climbs up on top of the boxes. All those fake peeks from Yell, the baits, trying to get shots out just to confirm that Exit isn't sticking it. And yeah, that was excellently played by Yell. He may lose his gun, but he wins the round, and that's all that really matters. Yeah, great round for Boom, right? That was well recovered considering that initially looked like a really good setup for Sharks. The triple Molotov stall, they kill Cello with a plant, they deal with bolts on the lurk, and then Shiz and Yell just get it over the line. Leo has had enough of this pandemonium, and he will push down through the ramp smoke. Yell, is he scoped up? Yes, Leo gets past him. He doesn't know, though. The two players are also on the ramp. He's going to look at it, considering it, but does he know the truth? Two T's waiting in the smoke, Shiz with another. Now Leo knows what's up. Phelps has given away his position, and Leo's trying to fight back, but he gets pinched. Phelps rather, taking him down, and now looking to take over the A site as well.
Yeah, quite the push there from Leo, and quite the ruckus he's caused early on. Somehow I could have just sort of tormented them and stayed alive. That might have been a much more valuable push, but it's not.
I wonder where J&T is. The barrel sticking out and the B site falls. It's a Boom classic, right? They throw attention into that A bomb site, they force the rotates, and then they hit an empty B.
Yeah, what I'm already noticing, Suplex, I don't know if that's what he came into the round with, USP armor. Maybe he did, but he had a Molotov, so that was probably what he was trying to focus on. Sharks had a few mollies there. I think we're going to see a lot of them trying to deny the bomb plants on this A site. That already seems to be a bit of a go-to, and we've seen series where that will win you so many CT rounds. Oh dear, the whiff. Wow. That's why you don't want your USP, not the best, but no immediate dink, and you're often going to die there. Phelps, oh, he ducks under the shot. Acrobatic.
What a weird round, and how Boom only have lost one player in this round is beyond me.
Yeah. Add me to the list. But Boom, they're building 3 on this T side. And yeah, that's the counter, as Harry said, right? These fake A's back into B's. So even if Sharks have all this utility and all these ideas, Boom might have a completely different game plan in mind. And right now, it seems to be working.
The thing that's so frustrating about it as well is like, how do you remedy that? Because, you know, do you stop dedicating as many to the ramp push? Well, then you're more vulnerable to whatever Boom do have there. Do you just stop with the ramp aggression? Well, if you do that, then you don't have the information, and then that kind of gives them the availability to also move into an A play, which we know Boom are very, very good at. And so Sharks, they've got to try and come up with solutions, and they've got to come up with them quick. I do like this mid aggression. And a little detail there is that Suplex goes down and then Exit falls onto his head. Now they find the bomb, but Exit here as well keeps this one in a doable spot for Sharks. The Deagle in with another. Exit just needs to not get trade fragged by Cello, who has snuck out from B.
That bomb was the big worrying point here for Boom. It's also going to fall yet again. Cello having secured it, it was not enough. Shiz and Bolts have a big problem on their hands.
Cello timed that repeat to perfection, right? But still not getting the shot. Exit was very ready for fight, as he knew Boom had to go back for the bomb, and they still do. Minute on the clock, though, but in all this time, Sharks have reaggressed elsewhere, pushing B, going back down the ladder, and this M4 has yet to move for Exit, still waiting for the fights. Lucan, does he give anything up, or does he wait for the contact to be made? Exit's going to call for it, and there it is. Double peek and a single kill. Bolts holding ladder. The molly goes in, and this is methodical work for Boom. It's all on the USP of Lucan that can't do more than a dink. 3 for Shiz.
Big problem, I meant no problem.
One thing I wasn't a fan of there is that Lucan was about to be the one to take the peek, and then Exit, I don't know like what decision was made between the two of them, but it was actually him to make first contact with the rifle. I feel like that could have gone far, far better if you had one of these pistol players be that man to make the first contact.
I think the danger is the range, right? Because Lucan is, if Lucan peeks from his position in the hallways, they could be further away and not even in the view of Exit, right? Exit confirms that they've already walked off the catwalk and they're on the bomb. And that's when Lucan can peek. But yeah, it all seemed a bit disjointed there for Sharks. Not the weaponry for it, and Boom were very aware that they could have been flanked.
Regardless though, Exit's having a great game. Up until that round, he was 12-1, now 12-2. Most kills in the server by quite the margin already. And so that's going to bode well for Sharks. Leo tagged up through the smoke early on. This ramp control coming back in for Boom. And it's much less aggression this time from Sharks. You know, they are still kind of probing the top of the ramp. They're seeing how deep Boom have gotten. But they're not aggressing down it. They're not looking for that same element of control here.
Back to A for Boom as well. I love how much they're taking their time on this ramp control, right? Not losing any players early. And up they go. Orp as well, moving through.
I imagine Leo slipping through that other time just kind of really changed their whole perspective.
Very Leo play though, right?
Very Leo.
Come to expect it from that man. And sometimes it can be a hindrance, sometimes it can be a help, right? But, oh, I like this. Aggro flash, Leo's going to go back in for more. Does he catch him looking the wrong way, though? They just turned to line up their own utility. That was perfect for Phelps. And Leo was a bit blind as well. He will get traded. JNT looking for the spray. 2 for him. Lucan doesn't need to do a thing because Exit has jumped up on top of the boost as well.
Lucan's position just got very, very valuable, right? They know that there was a man back on the boost. They've already killed 2 in A, so will they check for him? The answer is yes. Yell dealing with him at short side. Bolts closing the distance. There's very little time. An exit onto the USP. Bolts needs the kill, and he's going to get away with it. That's such a shame. That was so close for Sharks. It's another valiant effort, but just not able to secure the round to put 5 on the board now for Boom.
And Exit's done his aimbots this morning, like, you know, 14 and 3. He's really doing everything he can right now. Another multi-kill in that round, runs out of ammo, and Bolts chases him with 5 seconds left up, trapped on the boost. It's not pretty, but it's another round for Boom. 5-3, this is a bit of a streak from them. Pistols for Sharks as well. We've seen mid-aggression, Yell's ready for it this time around. But no one pushing the start for Sharks.
Another one for Exit.
Loves it.
50% of these rounds, he's had multi-kills in so far. And so he's looking to keep that stat up. Suplex on this wrap round from behind, but this is the problem with how Boom play, right? They wait for you to be the one to make the error. And now that they've killed the B player, that might spur this rotation back to B for Boom. You can see Cello still floating around at the bottom of ramp for exactly that. Yell even being very, very patient over here in middle, and Exit does get put in the dirt. Nice little headshot there from the AWP. Shuz challenging ramp, does get wrapped by Leo. But now that they know where he is, guess where that bomb's going? Into the empty B site.
Yeah, Yell traded out his AWP to get this AK, and while it should get the job done, it means he's not going to be able to go and pick it back up. He locks in the round, but that's a bit of money lost. Not a worry for Boom, though. They have still gone on this streak of T-side rounds. 6 in a row now. Brutal stuff for Boom. And Yell just reinvests right up. He doesn't care.
Yeah, Boom.
Double AWP back for Sharks, too.
Bit of a slow start for Boom. And there were some situations they were caught off guard, but now we are back into the game. With Sharks potentially, at least, double AWP, that should be entertaining. What could go wrong here, Harry? I mean, Hugo or Harry. Either one works.
I mean, last time we saw this double AWP, it was Sharks saving it on the B bomb side, right? They actually had the boost up on A that got denied by Shuz, and both AWPs were either mid or B, and Boom obviously going towards that A site. It does mean if you run these AWPs on B, you're not going to play aggressive. Exit has himself. Suplex is supporting, and I like this 2-man setup. They're aware that Boom have been going for these late B plays, and right now, Cello set up for that. Leo fighting A, JNT on short 2, and he is needed. Can follow up to Yell, and he's done that. Yell takes down Leo, but JNT finding all the damage here. Shuz on 10, Exit wins his solo B fight, and the AWP on B is already rotated to A. That's the right call to make. Boom is setting up smokes.
Oh, they see the barrel. They know that JNT was just flashed off over at the elevator side. Shuz looking for it. JNT burning. Does live to tell the tale. I'm now down at a 2-on-3 here. This is one of the best spots that Sharks have been in these retakes yet. I don't like how close that's getting.
Yeah.
But we love the attempt. More of that, please.
Oh, I love these retake smokes for Sharks, right? They're going to land in front of the bomb on the ramp side and a molly on short. Shiz has to come to the site, but he's about to be smoked off. If it lands, it never does. Finally on the bomb, and now they're sticking it in the smoke. Suplex covering from above, and he finds 2. It's the Orbs getting 4 kills in the round for Sharks. When they don't have to save, they can be their saving grace.
AWP.
I can't put this across enough. This is such a good game from Exit. Like, you can tell how much he wants this. Like, he has the same amount of kills as the next 3, like, biggest frag leaders on his team, right? I guess you'd say. I tried to think of a way to say that wasn't butchered. But he's on 16.
And shout out to all the people in the fan cams. It's the biggest turnout we've had so far. And it makes sense for the grand final in this region.
ESL.gg/fancam.
All right.
Maybe we get a few more folks in there.
Oh, boom, they've done it again, man. They've absolutely baited Sharks. They get a kill on A. They go back. Even though Phelps is dinked, he takes the Deeg and gives the AK across, and no one's on B. Sharks are gambling with a utility on that A site again. Boom have just overrun the site, and they've won the round off the back of it.
And this was a force buy as well. You know, they come into this round with really not much to talk about. And so it will just have to be one of these saves for Sharks. At least, you know, keeping 3 players alive leaves open that opportunity to reinvest in this follow-up round. Suplex can drop a gun over, and then maybe someone like J&T is a little more limited. But that's if they get away with 3. And if you even lose 1 here, that buy goes out the window. So it's very important that everyone stays alive. And for people like Phelps and Bolts, they've got nothing to lose in this round.
Not a damn thing. 7 rounds for Boom. And Sharks, they just pick up a few kills.
Yeah, that's safe play, though. They just tuck in, right? When they get the info, when they see Boom on A, nope, nothing to do with that. 2 kills, 3 guns saved. It's fine for Sharks. And, of course, it enables this buy. They could even have the double op available as well. Suplex is considering it. And he'll do it. Run boost? No, Bolt is just setting up on mid for the hold. Boom put the AWP on B, looking for a pick. Sharks deep smoke on A and back to 3 here, but Boom are just going to wait it out as they have been doing on the T side. No rush to it. Make sure no one's going through that smoke. You need a player dedicated there, as Leo has been often pushing. And back to middle for Boom. An area unguarded, unwatched by Sharks for the time being.
Ooh. That's a nice opener for Leo. Now it might trigger this like last-ditch attempt in towards B, but they're running up against this AWP suplex, and even as they deal with him, all right, now some more kills coming in. It's all over the place. J&T keeping this in the advantage of Sharks, and maybe a little trick up the old sleeve here is Exit, still at the back of that B site, and now he makes his presence known. Yell realizing that just a second too late. Tries his hand at the wall bang, but nothing connects.
Looked dead on to me.
It did as well, right?
Yeah, well.
No, it's Yell.
Yeah. Oh, Yell.
He's going A, but they know it. They've heard him, right? Sound is everything in Vertigo. You can hear all those footsteps. And J&T's already posting up. Yell crossing to the sandbags. Is he really going to go for this? Is he going to try and get the bomb plant? Do they rush him? They have a Molotov on J&T, but he's currently holding down the AWP. Might swap to it when the call is made that Yell is planting. It's an open plant. He fakes it out 10 seconds, looking for fights. He's getting aggressive. There's a shot. He sees another, and double scope for Yell. Almost hits the 3rd. That comes so close. But
Double
yet so
scope?
far.
Double scopes now.
Double scope.
Wild man. Watch this.
I don't even know.
Ow.
Sees both. He knows the J&T's and CT. And thank goodness Exit's there to help. 19-4 again, showing up in a big way for Sharks with another multi-kill. It's what we expect at this point.
And that's because Exit wants to exit this grand final with a trophy. That would be a statement over Boom, regional adversary. Just to remind you, this is a best of 5. Sharks do have a map advantage for being in the upper bracket coming in. And that is at the sole discretion and decision of Harry Russell here on the desk.
Yeah, I signed off on that one. I tried to make it 2, but no one would listen. Exit down here in mid. He's trying to make it 2 as well as he removes the first man, helped out by J&T. And Exit, just this unrelenting presence right now in the map. And all of a sudden, it's all onto Bolts, who's 1v5. This Force Buy is not given over the same results as the last time Boom attempted this. And that's dug them a bit of a hole here right at the end of the half. Remember yesterday when Boom were just hunting down Havan Liberty?
Yeah.
Well, it's like, how does it feel when the shoe's on the other foot? The Sharks are out for blood. They're looking for this man. Bolts, they know where he is now. There's the rotation from Lucan. And so Sharks put 6 on the board. As mentioned, that Force Buy kind of wrecks everything for Boom. They've got no money here. Up against 6 on the other side of round 14. No choice really but to take an eco. Bolts has bought a Deagle, which I'm not a fan of. He didn't really have a lot of money to begin with. And that tiny bit of loss bonus that they were getting could have seen them through. But not anymore for Bolts, at least.
He's got to make it worth his while now because they have almost nothing else in the round. On plan is unrealistic. Leo, he's going to find 2, immediately gets rid of Bolts, jumping up the short side. The bomb's been lost as well in front of the smoke. Sharks have full control of this round, and it's only going to get easier from here on out. Lucan, this shot. Glock in mid, gone. Back to the bottom A play for Boom. Nice and quick anti-eco for Sharks. Everything they needed there, keeping their money alive, keeping confidence in their CT side. And this is a great CT side as well. We know how ruthless Boom can be on the map of Vertigo, how many teams they've beaten before in this region. And Sharks putting up a very strong defense.
I just can't get over, and I cannot reiterate enough, Exit, absolutely phenomenal right now.
Yeah.
163 ADR, 21 and 4. The lowest deaths in the server, and also the most kills. Like, this is a performance unlike anything we've seen from him before. This is so damn good.
He's pushing again. I mean, when you get that level of comfort, you might as well continue to capitalize on it while the cooking's hot. While the food's hot, you might as well eat.
That re-aggression for Leo again, right? It's like either offered us loads of value or nothing at all. And in this case, it gives the kill back to Boom. J&T still wants to fight tooth and nail for the ramp. And he's got 3 in the round. Cello doubling down and low HP for Boom. Exits aggressed, gun out as he knows that Boom could back off. And in fact, they are. Cello going back through the ladder room. With the bomb in mid on his own, they're going to try and split A, and that's the remedy to success right now. Sharks only have 1 A player in the form of Suplex, and Exit's now on this big flank, but right now it's offering nothing. He's just defending the B bomb site, and Boom are getting all this control, all this room set up towards A. Cello doesn't want to rush. He knows if he dies, the round is over. And so, hoping that Yell gets something first. 50 seconds on the clock. Let's see if Sharks give anything to Boom.
With that low HP, that's going to be the big concerning factor here because that first skirmish, that first bout has to go their way. This is the last round of the half. There will be no saving.
Something that's so dire about Exit's position here is that from where he's been holding, they could have gone through that like little B corridor. And so his rotation has kind of slowed down a bit because he keeps thinking, well, what if they've hit the timing? And so now he starts to aggress, but it has slowed him right down. Like he's going to be getting here very, very late. And so Suplex has to do the bulk of the heavy lifting as this bomb looks to get into the site. He's just missed the timing onto Cello. Oh, here's the footsteps. That molly goes down on the bomb, and suddenly that bomb plant becomes pretty tenuous. They have to plant CT, but thankfully Yell's won his fight. And so now Exit arriving on this wrap. He didn't catch the timing onto Yell in CT. Cello wrapping short side as well. This is a pretty dire straight right now for Exit. Yell, there's the peak, and he's got it locked in. It's 8 at the end of the half for Boom as they win out in that 2vx. They get that over the line, and they close out the half with a 1-round advantage. Stick around, because we'll be back with more Vertigo action in just a moment.
could smile when shit's rough nowadays. Change our reactions. Feelings don't die around this neighborhood. We used to sell a double pills, young and misunderstood. My homie, tell me what is changing from your point of view. A smaller circle, but the range is still some deja vu. I recognize my future, and there is nothing with you. Unless you turn your boat around, success might come recruit you. But unless you analyze in depth that we're steps away from death, 1,000 possibilities, act on it, Johnny Depp. For real. Cause we're lonesome childs, trying to know what father brought us down to here. I don't wanna be stuck in countless doubts. I just wanna smile and run away from here. I swear to God, man, I just wanna be a model for my brother. Hey, I just gotta work until I'm on the covers. Hey, I just gotta work until my songs are covered. Hey, I just wanna make it proud to be my mother. Wish we could learn how to love our mistakes. Straight from the jump and not wait for an answer. Wish we could smile when shit's rough nowadays. Change our reactions. You just gotta love yourself. 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 Hope you learned your lesson, girl. I cannot teach anymore. Hope you show some faith in men. I am not like anyone. Cause I am over being sober with myself and I'm with you. I am over being something I am not. I'ma turn it to the man now. Hey, finna get my money, ain't no handout. Hey, finna be a legend like I'm playing now. Hey, I ain't gotta focus on my friends now. Huh? I'ma turn it to a man now. Hey, finna get my money, ain't no handout. Hey, finna be a legend like
Coming back at you real fast like here at the Grand Finals for the South Americas if we're talking about the ESL Pro League Season 12. Other than that, life only gets a little bit faster inside of the fan cams, which I want to invite you to. ESL.gg/fancam. We are just about ready to get this pistol round underway. And as you can tell, this being a best of 5, we're pretty much cut right down the middle here on our first half of play. 8-7 as we conclude that, and we look at the second half where, boom, take over the CT side. What do they have in their pocket? Better yet, what do you have in your pocket? Let us know. Hugo, what's in your pocket?
They're actually empty right now, Trace. I've got everything out on the table, all my cards.
Well, speaking of cards, looks like we're going to use the tech card. Not to be confused with the trap card. Two totally different cards.
This is a great game, though, already. I'm so glad how competitive it is, right? No one's been able to take much away from Boom on the map of Vertigo. Sharks put up 7 CT rounds against a good Vertigo team on their T side. That is a respectable half. And, you know, not to say that, like, Boom aren't looking good as well, right? We've had huge highlights from some of these players. I mean, they're leading, right? You don't need me to tell you that. 8-7. Pistol win would really send them over the line.
I just want to say this music would be great for Among Us when you're trying to decide, okay, are we voting someone off here?
Dun, dun, dun,
in the last couple of seconds, you know?
dun, dun.
Mate, you just made me think of a whole new idea, but that's for another day, right?
Okay.
Right now, we got Sharks beginning their T-side venture. Led by Exit in more ways than one. A lot of utility here for a pistol round, like a lot of utility.
Nades on the boost, perhaps. We see that pretty commonly.
The only thing that makes me nervous about this much utility is if one of these players dies, then that is all your investment gone. Leo, luckily enough, opening the round up, one of these armored players coming in with the kill. What's the game plan now? As they start to dump some of this utility over towards the site, they Molotov the sandbags so they know that that's clear. You'd hate to be playing that. You'd be thinking, who buys a Molotov in the pistol? But the answer is Sharks. Shuz in with one. Leo had a chance there. They were looking away. Oh, he even gets blocked trying to leave. This is very, very messy, and that's going to benefit Boom all the way. Cello, Shuz, and Bolts in the blink of an eye have put up 3, leaving it all on Lucan. Armorless And now with 8 points of health, they rush him down, they deal with it, boom, put up 9. As that pistol round goes their way. I will say, you know, Leo, it feels like he's on, like, well, I was going to say on like a come up like someone like Art, but maybe that's a bit different in the sense like it feels like he's trying to replicate a play style of someone like Art, right?
Very aggressive.
Very aggressive. And if you remember early on in Art's career, I say early on, like early on in the Furia days, there were a lot of questions around Art, like whether or not his aggression was like viable, whether or not it was worth it, you know, how it only seemed like it worked sometimes and then others he felt like a liability. And I feel like Leo's kind of in that like same wavelength, right? And I feel like while he's definitely more sloppy than Art in terms of how the aggression comes in, like Art makes it look pretty, and I don't know how he does it, but it does feel like he's trying to go down that same path, right? With like how he approaches the game, the kind of aggression he tries to bring in, the advantages he tries to gain.
I mean, just from talking to Sharks and, you know, kind of getting a comment on that, it seems like they're okay with that idea.
Yeah.
It seems like they're okay with that application of play here in terms of their own strategy book.
Yeah, there's more than just the kills, right? This is something Art has even said in interviews to us about his aggression at times where it like doesn't work. And when I say doesn't work, right, like he dies first, he gives away an opening kill. But as the in-game leader, right, he uses that information he gets off of his very fast plays to set up his team to win the round, right? And he talked about the value. He's talked about the value of like information and stuff that you get that aren't necessarily things that you can see on the offset, right? Kills, a number on your scoreboard. But yeah, it's interesting to keep an eye on for Leo and the likes. This whole Sharks team is definitely one for the future. But right now in the present, they're putting up a pretty big fight. Boom winning the pistol, though. I love the aggression for Boom, right? Shiz drops the bomb on short. You get a full rotate for Boom. And they were just so hungry to... Oh, dear. Someone's dropped. It's only a Glock round at least, but it might not be live anyway. And yeah, you see how hungry Boom were for the kills, right? Re-aggressing on that A site, trying to drop the util players, lining up smokes and flashes. The double nade does nothing for Sharks. Boom just had everyone on the right site. So good round from them. 9-7. They can build here, take probably double digits as Sharks have nothing in this round.
And if this is your first time watching it, you're like, boom, magic. No, it's basically match medic is actually the proper term. So we should be jumping back in. You can see the freeze timer coming to a close at the very top. The buy time dwindling away. It's going to be Glocks over here for Sharks from the looks of it.
Now, I only count 4 Ts in spawn. I don't know if there's one off camera. Am I blind? Maybe.
Sounds.
Yeah, exit was off camera.
Okay. Yeah, there's 5 on the minimap, so we are a go. Not like Sharks have a whole lot of skin in the game in this one. Full Glocks.
And yes, we are a go. The Polish squad. Here we go. Push coming in. Yell with a double. And this one gets laid to rest very, very quickly and cleanly. Now, no head armor on Shiz almost gets him dropped with the only M4 in that round there. You would have hated to have seen that. The benefit to it being a headshot is that, well, it doesn't really matter. I was going to say you could upgrade his armor, but then I realized, you know, AK's coming out now. Not an ideal time to do it.
Yeah. Sharks with these AKs, a little bit of utility to boot. Meanwhile, they're going to stick over here on their SMGs for the side of Boom. Head armor is going to play a big factor in this round.
Wanting to take a lot of fights on A early, right? Molly on short, flashes for peaks, and there's 4 on A right now. But the difference is between Sharks and Boom is when Boom went early up T-side ramp, they would take control, and then Sharks would fall back into the site and be on the wrong side. Boom, Sharks are trying to do that back, but Boom have gained the information, they've gained the control, they've re-peaked down A, and they see it's clear. So there's no questions here. There's already rotates coming through in the form of bolts, ready for the mid play. They're past his smoke, though. He's going to hear these footsteps as they come running over Con. Leo looking the wrong way. Cello bites him back. Bolt spraying and praying, but only good for 1. That's the B side open for the taking, and a retake for Boom in this round.
Dobbs is the first man on call. He drops into the site, and he does beat Exit in the head-to-head with a nice flick. Lucan down low, but luckily enough, J&T is here to help him out. This MP9 on Yell could get upgraded. There's AKs and M4s dropped throughout the site. So he's been able to do that, but Sharks, they fall off. They play this very, very passively. Yell does still have a smoke. It always makes me a little bit nervous.
It could definitely happen.
It could. Smoke
And
kit.
let's see if it does.
Oh, he wanted a kill, right? He wanted something. Knowing there are 2 players spamming you in a smoke, you're probably going to die. But if you could take down one with him, grab that defuse, maybe. Not today, though. Nice rotate for Sharks. And, like, boom, they had the info, man. They were very aware of that. They cleared out A, they reaggressed, and still Sharks trade 3-on-3 into B. And so they don't have to worry. Phelps makes a bit of a crazy heroic play, dropping in off con and getting one. But again, trades for Sharks. That's the key on this T side, and they're so good at it. Boom, coming in with a real buy. That was a bonus. Now they got the AWP and guns around it, but Yell blinded early on A. Sharks trying to take the ramp control, tooth and nail. They won't hang around for long.
Cello, this position always feels scary, and that's why dropped right away. Luckily enough, there is this smoke down, but that kind of works both ways. Boom, they just try and rush through it. Exit good for one. Bolts in through the smoke now as well, and they cut down Suplex as he aggresses into CT. Lucan has a man jumping over him, and Bolts just soars into that B site. J&T almost with the clutch. But not quite, and it's 11 for Boom. Bolts, man, the lightning bolts of Boom just flies through the air. Strikes down Lucan.
J&T, he got off the bomb there a bit early. He went for the plant. I don't think it was a fake. I think it was one where you see the animation, you think you're done, and then you change weapon, but it actually cancelled the plant. That would have been massive money for Sharks. Boom, on the other hand, 4 on A, right? No one on that B bomb site from the get-go. They had a mid player. That was it. And so Sharks really baited Boom over into that A site, again, as they have been doing. But as we've also been seeing, Boom getting the info early, double rotate, very quick, very willing to throw themselves into the chaos of that mid battle, and they win it out. So all worthwhile for Boom. Very weird round again. I like the cooling from Sharks, but Boom have the solutions. They have the answers. I'd love to see Sharks go back to this early A aggression and maybe leave an AWP here. So when Boom re-aggress and Sharks go B, Boom actually lose players, and that keeps them on the wrong side of the map for longer. Because they're still not hesitant about throwing 3 players towards A every single round, if not more. It's the same again for Boom, fighting through the smokes against Glocks.
Yeah, this is a woeful round, as is expected with pistols versus the armament of Boom. Now it's just left on the Leo Drunky. He secured himself this SMG. He does have the bomb in a 1-on-3. Now, I'm not saying it's impossible.
So you're saying there's a chance?
No, I'm not actually saying that either. I'm saying it's improbable.
So that would, by definition, mean that there is a chance.
But also...
just not likely.
Just
you
not
don't
likely.
have to be right every time.
Well, I mean, I'm not trying to be right. I'm just saying it's not going to happen.
Okay, okay.
So no chance in this round, 0%.
I don't think we have to, microanalyze under the stethoscope everything that Trace said.
Stethoscope. Interesting.
Yeah. You can hear the heartbeat in Leo's lungs.
Wow. Is his heart in the lungs now?
His lungs in the back of the throat, because this one might just be closed off. Boom. Ready on B. Cello's here. Leo getting closer, 20 seconds. Cello waiting for that plant. He can swing. And, well, it doesn't need to. Leo runs right into him, and that's going to be Boom picking up the round, as we knew, as we assumed, as Trace so delicately put. And now we got guns back for Sharks.
Yeah, there was that whole thing where he switched to his bomb thinking, oh, look at this. I'm going to get a free plant. Nah, it's done.
And I would love to see the strats kind of cooled around Exit and the game he's having right now.
Yeah, a bit of a slowdown on this T side, right? Not really his fault. But they're going to go fast towards B for a bit of a change, right? They've just been defaulting A every single round and then giving up the ramp control. Even if they get open B sites and get that mid control, Boom have been doing a good job of, I say retaking, but it's not even come that far. Sharks are not rolling in money. They've not been getting these bomb plants on the T side. And A is Boom territory, and Sharks have nothing to show for themselves in this one, or posted. Yell backs out. He's going to go up for a railing peak instead.
Oh, Yell, very, very quick. And there's no trade back in sight, but there's still this very, very aggressive hold from Boom at the top of ramp, and Shuz reaping the reward of it. Exit arriving late here to help out Leo, but Leo doesn't get anything done. Exit, oh, that's so close, so much damage, but only one kill, man. That's such a shame, but there was one nice little change there, and that's that instead of Exit being that second man in that he so often is, he's actually one of the last to commit to ramp. They're trying to leave him now to these clutch situations, and I do like that, right? He is being the hero.
It's 26 and 11.
And he was 21 and 5 at the end of the first half, so like...
He's 26 and 11 in round 22. So, like, kind of cool.
Yeah, no, man, it's mental. Like, he's having such a good game. And that's why it feels like, you know, if in a few more of these rounds, like when they attempted that mid to B a few rounds ago, Exit was the second guy in, and he got traded after putting up one by Bolts, who then went on to win the round, if you remember. If that had been a little bit, you know, slower from him and someone else had kind of been in that position and Exit was one of the guys left in the clutch, that could have been a very, very different round. So I do like that we've seen him kind of slow down a bit, have the other guys go in first. Someone like Leo, who loves these opening fights. And in this round, it's actually Lucan to get that kill. J&T holding. Could go for the knife. He was considering it. He was definitely considering it.
Oh, you love that corner, too. I absolutely love that corner. Just that whole area.
Yeah, man, no, you would. it's a really gross position. But this is now like a very, very doable round for Sharks, right? They're into this 3-on-3, and if Yell offers up a kill here, it could be all said and done. But Yell, oh, it's only the leg through the pole, and now the AWP in the hands of J&T. That's the man who often does it for Sharks. This is pieced together into something very, very scary. That M4 is dropped at short. J&T just missing the timing onto Phelps. And the bomb now rotating B-ward bound, but already waiting here is Cello. And Suplex doesn't even know where to go at this point in time. That M4 is still dropped at short.
And you just think that there's hope right there, too, if you're Sharks. You look at it and you're like, wow, you know, they've garnered themselves some weapons. You know, they've taken an AWP out on A. It's all come down to this, a 1-on-2. Now he's got that M4, and now he's going to look for the plant. Phelps will be very close by, and he's actually going to push him. Look at that. Suplex has no idea that Phelps has crept into the site. We see Boom go up to 14, just 2 away from securing the first map of the series.
Yeah, I was impressed at the CT side of Sharks, right? But now they've only fielded 1 round in the second half, and Boom have really shown why it's their pick in the series, why they're such a go-to Vertigo team. That would have been the kill that could have won the round for Sharks, right? JNT does so much, but just looking away as Phelps comes out through elevator. Heartbreaking round to lose, but keep in mind it was only an eco for Sharks in the first place. Boom. Any aggression, they've got the lead to make some risks happen. Cello looks to want to take away players at B, but there's 3 here with a bomb. He's tucked in the corner instead. He'll have info if commitment comes through, and maybe even kills as well. Does anyone check this? Quite the odd angle. And they line up for Cello to make it a 3rd. Bomb at his feet. JNT trades, but it's all come too little, too late.
Yeah, he's going to get the bomb and hightail it out of there. Don't really want to keep pressing the issue that is go B.
Man, this is sad. Like this is a real feels bad man for Exit.
You got to wonder what that's going to spell for the rest of the series. Yell, he's got the angle over here on A ramp, so he's going to know here any second. Oof. And exits the round. Imagine that. No need to re-peek that, even though they were most likely in tandem. If you're a CT, you're thinking, yeah, he was definitely not alone. And you'd be right.
Ah, Shiz just cleans it up. Yeah, Boom, this is just such an excellent CT side, right? And Sharks have nothing to show for it.
The thing that's so wild is that, like, one of the reasons why Sharks are able to win that series over Boom last time is that as a team, they looked better. Even though even though Boom had, like, some great individual players, it wasn't like across the scoreboard. It wasn't like spread around, you know, like we were looking towards certain guys with like huge huge performances on the scoreboard, but it just wasn't there as a team. And now it feels like that same affliction has hit Sharks. Like Exit's delivering everything, and J&T's kind of stepped up alongside him. But here now, up against 15, they managed to trade it into a 3-on-3, but here are the rotations. Shuz already aggressing down towards short side. That nade, oh, that is a slam dunk onto Dunky, or Drunky, not Dunky. That's
Donkey.
everyone's favorite YouTuber, J&T, over at the short side, in with one, but the trade is found for Cello, and they lock in the victory.